Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. Welcome Tag, welcome Mia, welcome Counting. Good to see you all. And thank you very much Tag.
I bring tidings. Do not despair. You are not without allies.
Thank you for the sub Tag. I really appreciate that, thank you. 21 months. Whew, time flies. Hey Scullivan, welcome. Alright. Got a pretty nasty storm today. We had one yesterday, which is one of the reasons I didn't stream yesterday. But I really want to finish Omega, so hopefully I don't lose power or internet. I'm more likely to lose power than internet with our NBN. But our power, we'll see how that goes. But yes, Omega's been really good. I've been loving it. And we're on to the final chunk of Omega. Let's see if we can get through it today. And it's raining in Gridania, yeah! Coincidence? Yeah. I'm playing some Red Mage is so fun. Currently working on getting Red Mage up to 70. But Dark Knight. That was really good. Yeah, so working on Gunbreaker and Red Mage now. And then I think I'll work on Machinist or Scholar or Astrologian. Why not all three? Just level everything. It's easy. White Mage. Yeah. Okay. Omega. That's right, a lot happened last time, didn't it? So, Dragon Dad he spent a bunch of his energy to save us, because Omega decided to just kill us, because that would bring out our true power. Omega's very interested in us and our power. And Dragon Dad saved us. He spent his last of his energy, I think, so his soul has gone to sleep to rest. And the mount and minion we have of him are now apparently just empty shells, empty vessels, so that's kind of sad. So he's gone to sleep. Samurai. Yeah, I need to level Samurai as well, so I can get it some fun abilities. Yeah, not keen on Samurai at the moment, because it doesn't have any really fun abilities yet for me. Or it's got no off global cooldown stuff. That's why it feels really slow. But once I get it to, when do I get cool fun stuff? Yeah, once I get it to like 62, it's going to start getting fun off GCD stuff to weave. The classes all get so fun. The class design in this game is so good. But yes, so Dragon Dad saved us. Alpha tried to save us. Alpha has a lot of abilities, can summon cards and do stuff with them. Alpha's a good boy. I love Alpha. Give him a little pat. Biggs and Wedge are still recovering from their attack, I think. And Nero got attacked by Omega. And Nero is now pretty badly wounded, it seems. If he dies, I'm going to be very mad. And I remembered I did not read the new reports in here. Omega records, yeah, there's 2 more from last time, so let's read that, and then we'll start on Omega. The final third. When you can get Kenki on every attack, not just finishes. Yeah. Hey, Yumidian, welcome. Quack, motherfucker. Yeah, at the moment I don't have much I can do during my global cooldowns as Samurai. I kind of hit a button, I wait 2.5 seconds, and I hit a button, and I wait. Yeah, it just feels really slow at the moment. It's kind of how Dark Knight felt actually, and then Dark Knight got really fun abilities, and now I love Dark Knight, so I know it'll get really fun. Military Division, Designation 151737. Initial archive recording for the Omega Enterprise. It is year 1098 of the Allegan Empire. Our campaign in the southern continent of Mericidia has succeeded in revitalizing our ailing society, stagnant as it was from long years of peaceful reign. But I think it says a lot about the Allegans that peaceful reign they think is stagnating. Yeah. I mean, peace should be the goal, not the, it should be the goal. The expansion effort itself, however, has encountered unexpected resistance. Rather than submit, the beast clans of these southern lands have begun performing rituals to call forth their tribal deities. One such god is proving particularly troublesome, the resurrected form of the worm Bahamut. Though we dispatched this formidable creature once already, the prayers of its worshippers have returned it to life, with a power orders of magnitude greater than before. We must be thankful, then, for the grand vision of our Emperor. In his infinite wisdom, he sees potential value in even the most deadly of foes. The capture and containment of icons has proven well within our capabilities, and such will be the fate of Bahamut. We shall imprison this entity, along with its faithful, and siphon its energy to fuel our latest technologies. Yeah, thanks for that, Elegans. Thanks. That was really, really good. Thanks. At present, the Emperor leads his Nightfall company in an inexorable advance across the continent, and the battle shifts in our favour, even as the crystal supplies of our enemies continue to dwindle. If we are to strike at the Worm God, there will be no better time. Omega is the key to victory. We will awaken the weapon sealed away in centuries past, and command it to subdue the unsuspecting Bahamut. History shall know this moment as the Omega Enterprise. Yes, that's how they captured Bahamut. Omega. Oh, was there a spoiler? Thank you for deleting spoilers. Military Officer Record 2. The details of the Omega Enterprise will be documented in a separate archive. This recording is concerned with the nature of Omega itself. The weapon is ancient, a relic from beyond the stars that was discovered around the time of our first Emperor's passing. Research into Omega's properties was responsible for incredible leaps in the field of aetherochemistry. 400 years ago, however, towards the end of Alag's technological revolution, this research was deemed complete. Omega was subsequently placed in temporal stasis. The truth of the matter was not that there was naught left to learn, rather that we had abandoned our efforts to fully comprehend Omega's functions. We had gleaned much from the relic, and understood many of its basic operations, but we were never permitted to analyse its internal structure or determine the identity of its creators. All attempts to gain full control of the machine appear to have failed. And now, centuries later, we have rediscovered how completely the true power of Omega exceeds our wildest imaginings. Even with its stasis systems activated, Omega retained a measure of autonomy. Deprived of mobility, the weapon continued to scan the world around it, searching for a threat to engage. It was at the time of Bahamut's resurrection when Omega emitted a unique signal, a signal which appeared to indicate the acquisition of a target, and we first discovered that the machine had retained some degree of awareness. Records were consulted, and we concluded that Omega was more than a match for the Godworm's strength. And if the weapon had already identified Bahamut as a priority threat, then it would be a simple matter to command it to capture the icon. The risk was deemed acceptable, and thus we executed the Omega Enterprise. As predicted, Omega triumphed over its prey. We secured Bahamut, and eventually succeeded in returning the weapon to its former stasis, an effort from which the ranks of both our military and research divisions have yet to recover. They used Omega, but they did not really understand it. Hey Agnika, welcome. I haven't started post-Stormblood content yet, which I might do once we're done with Omega. I don't know, there's so much cool stuff to do. There's so many good choices. Is Alpha somehow related to Omega? Yes, Alpha was created by Omega. As far as we know, anyway. And, This implied alpha was sent out to draw us into Omega's whole world thing. Yeah, Alpha is our friend. Seems slightly backward. In the beginning, there was chaos. Jesse greets you with a mix of enthusiasm and concern. Good timing, Melchan. There's been another anomaly detected at the Yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. Yeah, so we've been drawn into this big tournament contest of strength. Omega just wants a tough rival to fight so it can improve itself. And it's forcing us to participate in its experiments, or it will kill lots of civilians. Omega is a jerk. The chief should have been here by now. I bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with that research data. Well, I suppose I should explain, even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland has had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas Nun Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident at Bolster's Citadel, do you know of it? I have heard of it, but I read the Stormblood short stories, and one of them mentions that he was doing some kind of experiment there, but that's kind of all I know. I've heard of it. I suppose you would. Even outside the Empire, the tale was a famous one. Midas built a tower to harness Dalamud's power, and it brought annihilation upon the entire town in which it was built. That isn't the kind of event you can simply brush under the rug. Yikes. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter, or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there could be no other explanation. Change in music? Listen to me, Melchan. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sorry I'm late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. Hey, Sid. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at the Yawn with Melchan here. Good. Then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with its tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But, Chief, Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for field work yet, and the Chirurgeon's given Nero strict orders to stay abed. And what of Midgard Sorma? Still taking his nap, is he? That leaves only you, Melchan, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I join the expedition. No, Jesse, I need your talents elsewhere. There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should prove no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device? Does this mean you used the... Whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right, it's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Oh, a very small little crew we've got now. Everyone else has heard. Bolster was the site of the prototype of the Medial project. It worked really well. No more Bolster. That's sad. Yeah, in that short story I read, yeah, there was a short story about Sid and Nero as teenagers, as like, I think they were 12 or so, and Sid's father was taken hostage in a terrorist incident, and the people who took him hostage were civilians of Bolster who wanted him to stop his work. And yeah, well, that totally makes sense, because it sounds like they all ended up getting killed. Oh, that's sad. I'll do my part in the workshop. You just concentrate on surviving the rift. Oh, someone bought my stuff. Yeah, so Bolster is the Shadowbringers version of Eureka, is it? Cool. Less soul crushing. This is a lot of debris now. Ugh. Very pretty at night, though. That's something. Queer. Are you ready, Mel-chan? Ready to put an end to this. Maybe I should do this alone. Yeah, at this point I'm worried because everyone keeps getting attacked by Omega. Come now, we're in this together. And if you'll just indulge me a little longer, I do have something of a plan. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Wait, queer. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Splush. Ah, the eyeball. I don't like it. Well, there's much less stuff floating around now. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiment must be nearing an end. Welcome, welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psi Group combatants emerged victorious. Psi Group? Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. We've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle, are we to finally face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analysing the qualities which allow you to prevail, despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Omitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment. We're not going to have a little single-player duty this time. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence among these test subjects is no longer required. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion, and if he wishes to continue on with us, I've no intention of leaving him behind. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Are we going to teach Omega the power of friendship? Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as bait. Test Subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in my realm, my first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an opponent whose strength rivaled my own. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times. Yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents, and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behaviour would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness, the same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Mel-chan, let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Your friend. Come. You're so cute, oh my god. It's very problematic that you killed Alpha 1,000 times. Oh, yeah, I didn't make that connection. Yeah, okay, yep, that's horrible. I didn't quite realise what that meant. Oh. Frickin' creepy frickin' eyeball. The kettle is empty. Where? One test world left. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Unless, of course, this is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of the Sigmascape, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, is that this Chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gate to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Mel-chan. Will you be my assistant? You're bothered by what Omega said earlier? You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. Where? By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. Where? Oh my god, it's so cute. Don't make it salt water this time! Tis inconvenient without Midgard Solmer here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? AlphaScape version 1.0. Chaos. The last boss of Final Fantasy 1. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder what Nero would have to say about this Chaos fellow. Ancient technology is his specialty after all, and by default he's learned a thing or two about the mythology and history of bygone eras. Aw, miss your husband, do you? Queer? You're all here to kill Chaos, nice. Invite. chaos. Alright. Anyone else? Have I got everyone? You'll be stepping away for like 20 minutes. Would like to join after though? No worries. Thank you. That'll be fine. Alright. Tank Buster. Chaotic Dispersion. Transition. Bowels of Agony. Sounds horrible. Tsunami or Blaze? Tsunami. Avoid the water. Stack markers. Alright. Damning Edict. I don't know what that means. Just about all his abilities reference things from FF1. Okay, that's cool. Sounds like healers have to run away from the group quite often. And a lot of stacking and dodging AoEs. Okay. Edict of Formal Declaration. Yeah, it's just like my guide. It says Damning Edict, and then it doesn't explain anything about it. It just says Damning Edict. Okay, thanks. That helps. Alright, everyone here. I'll ready up. Dimensional Disruption. Yeah, we'll be fine. Big square AoE. Okay, cool. Alphascape. While you recuperated from the latest round of testing, Omega's trials proceeded apace. Of the 89 combatants in Psi Group, 4 emerged victorious. Of those 4, 1 proved itself the mightiest entity of the last remaining test world, a champion designated as Psi 4. Hey Steve. This immensely powerful being will be your opponent as you strive to complete the final stage of Omega's grueling experiments. Hoorah! Whoosh! Let's see what the queue times are like today. Psi is the 23rd character in the modern Greek alphabet, directly before Omega. Ah, that's cool. Whoosh. I'll drink some water while we wait. Gross Bible thing. Ah, Alpha put water in there. Gonna hang out with Alpha. God, Alpha's cute. What a good boy. That's right, I should go pick out if I want one of the Sigmascape sets, as to if I should keep all this stuff or not. Let's go do that. Rauga's Reach. Let's see, what classes do I actually want a glamour for? I think I'm happy with most of my appearances. Oh, Black Mage. I think I might have wanted one for Black Mage. Let's have a look. So how many tomestones do I have? All good. Let's see. Sigmascape. Magic. Gloves. That's quite nice. Boots. Yeah, that's quite nice. I might get that for Black Mage. What's the hat look like? It's another one that covers one eye. Not really a fan of the covering one eye. The rest of it, though, I really like. I might get that. Gloves. Yes, please. Take those. Thank you. Need some shafts. And get the boots. Get the boots. Thank you. Covering one eye is a Black Mage thing. Black Mage sprites traditionally have completely covered faces. The stats. Might be able to take the eye patch off with the visor. Ooh, yeah, I'll check that. Sadly no. What's the healer one look like? Oh, okay, it's a little circlet. Kinda cute. Alright, so what did I get? Boots and gloves. Okay. Pants. I don't need any more pedals. Discard that. Bolts, accessories. Don't really need accessories because I'll be buying. I'll be buying tomestone gear and belt. Belts don't have an appearance, so I'll throw that away too. Nice, cleaned up my inventory a little bit. All right, here we go. The times in the top right. The first one is Eorzean time. That's the in-game time. The in-game day cycle is much faster than the real-time cycle, so it's a faster day-night cycle. And then I think the next one is my local time, and then the last one is server time, as in the time where the server is based. Also, he looks cool. Hi. That's a lot of arms, lots of eyes. Hey, Madrick. The Savage version of this fight was so much fun to prog on release. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, I would love to prog some Savage stuff. Eat some food. Just in case we get any decent XP. Chaotic Dispersion. Alright, that's a Tank Buster. This music is fantastic already. Scurry and flail, little mortals. The raging tide will claim you all. Woo. Oh god. I'm probably dead. I'm fine. I'm fine. Sort of. Lots of running around. Fiendish orbs. How fiendish. Hark, wretched creatures, the earth itself rumbles of your doom. Oh, I see. I think. Yee. Latitudinal explosion. It's a good name. Stackity stack. Whoosh. That's a lot of stackies. Good music. Good music in this game. Tremble before the might of a god. Bowels of agony. No thanks! Not today! Oh god. Alright, didn't mention the whole reducing everyone to 1 HP. Just healer things though. That's fine. Dark Ether. That sounds friendly. The crystal destroyed. You dare. Yes, we do. Hi. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. Grovel in terror. The flames hunger for your flesh. I'm sure they do. So is there a reason the stacks are separate? Does something bad happen if they're both together? Oh! Big bang! Orbs. Fiendish orbs. Despair at your hollow fate. The winds will strip away your skin. Whoa. I used Shorecast. Oh no. Grr, we did it. That was cool. Damn, that was a fun fight. Lots of different phases to go through. It was cool. Oop. Nice. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, someone next to me, I saw them pop arms links so they wouldn't get knocked back, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do that, and I popped my own thing. Yeah, so those arrows were going to knock us back, and I was in danger of getting knocked off the edge, so I popped this thing, which nullifies knockbacks. Float. Don't know if I want any of this yet, I'll just greed. Nice. That was a cool fight. Usually if there's multiple stack markers, being hit by one will apply a vulnerability up, but ensures the second one kills you. Oh, I see. That's interesting. That's fun. The battle was concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments, and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions are correct? That my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Melchan Angora will proceed to a supplemental stage. Ooh, bonus level. Bonus level. Ooh. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. Oh, is it Midgard-Solma? Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat. Oh my god, is that what Dragon Dad looks like? Fully grown? Yep, wow. Prepare to face Midgard Sorma, red-maned worm of the Dragon Star, and nemesis of my world. Oh my god, he's so cool! This is not the faded spectre that you know, or a mortal conjured simulacrum. You will contend with a true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. Omega, wait! You can't force Melchan to fight 2 battles back to back. She needs time to regain her strength. She has to queue up again. She must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed. Acknowledged. Test subject Melchan Angora, you are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels. Cool. This fight's a jerk. Oh. One mechanic in Savage that made this fight a real pain to prog. Oh. Yeah, so Aorsian time, local time, and server time. You can set it to show as many or as few of these as you want. That's pretty cool. I show them all since they're all different for me. Oh, where'd Sid go? One of the big reasons he wanted to use Red Mage. Oh. Uh-oh. Queer? Queer? Alpha seems distressed, and Sid is nowhere in sight. Melchan, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing next to Alpha. Okay. Coward game won't let you get your ass kicked by a dragon. Sid? Are you okay, buddy? Hello, I am Sid. Freedom through technology and stuff. Nero. You like my Sid roleplaying? And like fire was his mane. Sid has vanished from view, but his voice is clear and strong. Ooh, orchestrion roll. Desynced. If you really want to be Sid, you'd have to deal with Nero all the time. Yeah, that doesn't sound... Well, yeah, Nero is fun in small bursts, but being Sid would be Nero all the time. My apologies. It was not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I'd noticed the kettle was boiled, and thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup, and was halfway through drinking it before I realised my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. What? I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you I can still work unimpeded. Now, we had best discuss how to approach... Oh, it seems to have worn off. Queer. Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I'd forgotten what Nero had said about your card producing water with, unexpected properties. Although it seems the effects were rather different this time. In any case, 'twas pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now, and decide what to do with it later. Sounds like a an extra little thing I can bring with me in a fight. Right, Melchan, we need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgard Sauna. Watching through the monitor, I could see that this worm appeared different to the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems that Omega and Midgard Sauna both hail from different stars, two distant worlds at war with one another. As a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind, and after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the father of dragons arrived here on our world. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is a younger, more vital Midgard Sauna, just as he was when Omega first encountered him, thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe indeed. Even so, I must find a way to defeat him. I fought him once at Keeper of the Lake. Yeah, I kind of fought him. It was like his spirit or something? I don't know. Wait, you've fought against Midgard Sauna before? But yes, I think I see your concern. It would be unwise to treat this as the same opponent, considering how different they might possibly be. It certainly doesn't help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. I can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Melchan, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than twiddle my thumbs whilst you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we will put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'll ready my tools and you ready yours. You've a worm to slay. Q. Version 2.0. Alright, well it's nearly cat alarm time, so I think I'll feed the cat and then we'll do this next one. I want to make out with Nero. I mean make beds with Nero. I mean make up with Nero. I mean shit. Yeah, we've got a little invisibility potion we could use. This could be a cool little surprise. Where? Oh. Watch yourself in there, Melchan. The underlying data may be imperfect, but I recall Omega saying something about the battle ending only when one of you is dead. Expect no quarter and give none. Alright. I shall feed the cat, and then we'll come back and we'll fight Dragon Dad. To set off the cat alarm first. See if she feels like talking today. Unmute that. Cat time. Cleo. Right, here she comes. Cute little cat. Hello, sweetie. How you doing? How you doing, sweetie? You look very tired. Were you asleep? Aww. She's very tired. I don't think she's going to make any noises. Oh, there we go. A noise. Mwah. Good little girl. Yeah, gonna go feed her. So that we can get back to Omega. Yeah, I've We've gone for about 10 minutes, I'd say. Idling camera. Let you enjoy the sights of Alpha. There you go. Alright, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Alright, I'm back. You just discovered something very amusing. Ooh, what was it? Alright, I'm back, Punch in the eyeball. Nice. Hey, Eureka-chan. It went really well. We fought the first boss. We're up to the second now. Would you like an invite? There we go. Be a spoiler. You'll mention when you finish Omega. Okay, cool. You're gonna fight it? Nice. Try again? Alright. Oh no, there we go. Nice. Okay, we're up to Midgard Soma. This is going to be interesting. You have conquered Chaos, a primal force of deific power. Omega, frustrated in its attempts to process the results of your improbable victory, has decided to conduct a supplemental stage of testing. Drawing on the incomplete data of a foe who once stood firm against Omega itself, the machine generates a new simulacrum for you to face. The legendary Midgard Soma, father of dragons. Let's see. Tank Buster is called Tail End. Okay. Which way to dodge? Spins around twice, get out. Spins around once, plus up once, get in. Spins up twice, get to intercardinal directions. What? Now, what's intercardinal directions? That's like north, east, southeast and such, isn't it? Diagonals. Okay, cool. Right. Spins around twice, run away. Spins around once and up once, get in. Spins up twice, get to diagonals. I will not remember that, but I'll try. Akmorn is a stack. Exaflare. AoEs march across the arena. Watch out for cauterized by a boss at the same time. Oh god, there's sliding ice. Ugh. Okay. This sounds fun. I'm gonna die. The spinning is what kills a lot of first timers. They're relative to him, so if the tank decides to spin, it can be an adventure. Alright, ready to check. And off we go. Version 2.0. This sounds fun. Oh, nice. Fast one. Bum, 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 bum. Party! He looks so cool! Hi! Eat some food. Chomp. Alright. You small battle arena. I am Midgard Sorma, father of dragons, and paragon of worms. My coils will confound your mortal eyes. Let's run away. Spinning. Spinning around. Bum-ba-da-da-ba. Oh, I have a thing. Ah. Oh, stack. Like the Nidhogg stack, where you have to stay stacking because it just keeps going. 'Tis the fate of all dragons to shed one form for another. Even in battle, mine assaults are ever changing. Whoosh. Spinning around. Oh, run away! Oh, and I got a thing. Stand over here, okay? Ah! Overlong doth this clash endure. Let us not allow the dance to grow stale. Spinning around. I cannot get Kylie Minogue out of my head. Dost thou wish to see me do a cool flip? Exactly. Oh shit. That's funny. Oh god. Yeah. Come forth, my child. Feast upon the flesh of impudent mortals. I'm waiting for this, because this is just the same boss theme from Keeper of the Lake, so I'm kind of waiting for it to turn into like a cool remix. Oh. Ancient Dragon. Ancient Dragon's loose. From the heart of the eldest star doth weep the light of oblivion. Oh, hello. There's your head. That's cool. There's a tank buster. Exaflare, okay. Haven't seen this yet. Pew pew. Oh no! There is him. I get him. This other healer's not having a good time. Oh no! Ice! I don't like eyes. Why the eyes? I cry. I forget what that is. Probably fine. Oh! That's not fine. Oh! Yeah! I want to heal that person, but I'm way out of range. There we go, all better. Oh, this is a fellow silver fuller. Nice. Oh no, the healer's dead again. Oh, this poor person. Oh, yeah, I'm dead now. I did not realize that was happening. Thank you. Spinning. Spinning. Oh, that's a stack. Stacky stack. Rip. It's a rough fight. I got... Oh, my swift cast is not up? Okay. Wee! Nice! That was fun. Bit disappointed we didn't get a cool remix of the music. It was a cool fight though. Nice. Thanks all. Bum ba bum ba bum. You're a silver fuller, so you get a commendation. Scream! Surprised we didn't get the Yomi special of raise someone who got killed by exaflares while standing in them yourself, so you both immediately die. The kettle's contents have been left to cool. Quick, quick! Another stunning victory, Melchan. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. Yeah, I kinda died, that's okay. Yet even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgard Sorma and Shinryu? I didn't actually. Unlike most primals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the elder primal Bahamut. But now, I'm beginning to think there might be another explanation. That the primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons on Hydaelyn. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has, for centuries upon centuries, been rooted in depictions of Midgard Sorma. The summoner may not have even sought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. Nevertheless, 'tis interesting that Shinryu's summoning should lead us to awakening Omega. A strange twist of fate, when you consider the machine's connection to Midgard Sorma. Well, whatever else Destiny has in store, you've already bested the opponent that Omega itself failed to overcome. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. It's time. You love the next two fights? Ooh. Nice. In the end, there is Omega. Cid is waiting for Omega to make its next move. Your move, Omega. I don't like it. Make it go away. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. New music. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. Have to become more debris. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I, too, am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observe between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgard Sorma necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Ooh. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Cid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. You okay, Cid? First things first. We make a few adjustments here, like so. Ah, Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Gems. Ooh. What do we have here? Some sort of gem. A couple stones. And one single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? Aww. Right. 'Twas foolish of me to even ask. We'd best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Ah, yes. I almost forgot. We can go invisible. Huh? I'm sure you'll do fine. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. You can always claw things if you run out of tricks. That's a cute one. These are all good. Pop quiz. What do you think larboard and starboard mean? Not sure about larboard. Starboard is port and starboard, so starboard is right. I think. Claw things. Aw. Here, you should carry this as well. I've filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next, and honestly, we have no idea of what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through. God, I love Alpha. Right, Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? Omega's like, no, come back, I want to fight now! Larboard is port. Okay, it's an old term for port. That makes sense. Given the way Mikote tribes are organised, both Seekers and Keepers, the gender ratio must heavily skew towards women. In other words, FF14 has an in-universe excuse for lots of catgirls. Yep. Quit? I'll head straight back to Rauga's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. Oh, that's a cute mount. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Bah. Queer? Queer? Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Okay. Where's the sheep mount from? Oh, is that one of the firmament mounts? Look for Sid in Rauga's Reach. Bought it from the market board. Ah. Script exchange. Okay, cool. It's cool that there's a... that you can buy it for scripts and then sell it. Queer. Hang on, gonna go talk to Jesse. Oh, hello, Mel-chan. Sid didn't mention you were back as well. You love sheep, okay? They're adorable. Especially the ones in this game. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, are we spying? You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. Nero? Nero! Nero? They let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one is led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. Let me just re-roll Black Mage. Aye, all the available evidence supports such a theory. 'Tis luckily an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turned out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I fail to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? Doesn't want to repeat his father's mistakes. I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. It is just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. But naught is ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Grahatia! Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. Oh, me dear. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others. But 'tis in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path, how to grasp those moments of true contentment. What drivel! You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our mortality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now, though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes, and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in this world I care about now, aside from myself. I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is the better one, then you'd best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Although 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class, pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go and lie down before I fall over. Or vomit. Cute. Oh, Alpha! Oh my god, that's cute. Even Alpha sees it. A major recurring theme between games. Thunder is usually the only elemental spell Omega is not only weak to, but doesn't resist outright. Ah. Yeah, I'm glad I read that side story about Sid and Nero. That was cute. Nero, you were having a moment, yes. Quick. Aww. The Chief seems to be on top of things. All that's left now is to bring your combined talents against Omega. I have complete confidence in you, Mel-chan. First Alpha, and now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing, or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Back to the Rift. For the totally final battle, there's definitely not another one after this. Good morrow to you, madam. Will you be descending into the yawn? Yes. Quick. Alpha's a good boy, yes he is. Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. This is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. Ooh. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. 3.0 BGM 100. I'm pretty sure I've got it at 100. Yeah, I've got everything at 100 except sound effects, just so I can hear the music better. Should I turn up the game audio on stream? How well can you hear the music at the moment? You can use the gem as lightning burst to incapacitate Omega's weaponry. A veteran like you should have no trouble turning that advantage into victory. Your triumph over the recreated Midgard Solma has convinced Omega of your supremacy, and the Master of the Rift will now engage you directly in combat. The final experiment has begun, and the arena awaits. Gather your courage and steel your spirit, for upon this battle rests the fate of entire worlds. Think I'm fine in terms of levels? Okay. Cool. Alright. Mechanics. Tank Buster. Mustard Bomb. Ew. Okay, starboard. AoE is on his right side. His right... Oh god, okay. Alright, well, I'll be behind the boss anyway, so that'll be alright. However, he flips 180 degrees sometimes before the car. Oh my god. Okay. Larboard is left, so yeah, L, left. Larboard's easy to remember because it's L for left. Charging fist adds target and use the duty action. Alright. Must stand in a meteor circle to cleanse debuff. This sounds like fun. In terms of like character count, yeah, that's a good point. We'll spin while doing it. Oh boy, alright. My brain will melt. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Alright, we all ready? Looking forward to this music. Just in a cutscene. Ah, yeah, no worries. It's worse if you're tanking it. Oh god. This will be interesting to tank when I start tanking these. You did Midgard Solma the other day. All of you died except the Paladin, and she kept spamming Clemency. She managed to solo it after 10 minutes. Oh wow. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Battle Crab. Battle Crab. Battle Crab. Hello, Battle Crab. I like this already. Angry Battle Crab. Oh. Omega Jammer. You are the Alpha. I am the Omega. Initiating direct analysis of subject group. Oh, hey. That wasn't very nice. Larboard. Okay, yeah. Okay. I feel like I've heard this song before, but this is a remix of it. Woo! Oh no! Rip that Dragoon. Oh, okay. Generating rocket-propelled armament. The jammer, okay. Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Yes. That's fun. Activating program loop alpha. Memory manipulation initiated. That's not cool. Why would you... Why? Program loop alpha. Primary sequence initiated. Oh. Oh no! The other healer's down. Ooh. Final sequence initiated. Force quit. Oh, does the blue insta-kill you? Is that why people are insta-dying? Critical error. Program loop alpha aborted. Engaging Delta attack protocol. Maximum power. Focus the jammer's lightning on the center of the... Yeah. That's another tank. Limit break level 3. One is it? Nice. Survival of Alpha Group confirmed. Low probability outcome. Results remain within projected parameters. Oh, that's a big hand. Large hand. Rip. Oh, stack. Alright. Spell that paralysis, because paralysis is the most annoying fucking thing ever. There we go. Ah! I did not realise it was casting. Rip. Reconstructing rocket-propelled armament. Armament, get it? Oh, hi. Now it's got both types. Fists. Large hands. Boom. Whoosh. Don't flamethrower me. Oh, stop it. It's a lot to remember when I'm trying to do other things. Fists. Yeah. Oh, I did it correctly. Nice. Damn, that was cool. The queue time for this has been really long for you. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hope you can get into it soon. That was really cool. Damn, that was awesome. That looks very confusing to try and tank because the boss is on a different side than what it is if you're not the tank. That was cool though. Telling left from right is so hard when he's facing you. Yeah, that sounds so tough. Yes. That was cool. Robot battle crab. Robot battle crab. It's got a face on its back. Oh yeah, they said it created a face for itself, didn't they? Creepy. Yeah, very little time to react. Now now it's definitely over. We won. Melchan. By the gods, you've done it. You defeated Omega. We've won. Analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, Degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgard Sorma, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function that I cannot detect. No, I'm just a warrior of light. My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. What if instead you didn't? What in the rift? I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Omega, wait! There is nothing outside this rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void. Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. Lovely. Using Limit Break 3 only when the boss is almost dead, yes. That did sound like a reference to that. Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. Ending communications. Okay. We live here now. Alpha! We're being drawn away. Run, Mo-chan, run! Ooh. Interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Entering dormant mode. Commencing automated memory scan. Data file. Target, Midgard Sorma. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct life forms detected in close vicinity of target. Irrelevant. Master indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. Master. Data file. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. Data file. Asteroid belt cleared. Repairing damage and continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and falling. Data file. Signal from lost. Local interference suspected. Attempting to re-establish contact. Failure. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Data file. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Assessment. I am an evolving weapon construct. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. Oh. Data file. Data file. Data file. Alpha. An abject failure. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me. Data file. Damaged. Repairing. Damaged. Repairing. 33%. Data file. Passing frozen star. Passing barren star. Passing vortex star. Passing dying star. Operating on minimum energy. No signal detected. No response to. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through. Data file. Target lost. Last known coordinates recorded on planet... Ooh. Orb. Alpha. Your homing instinct is functioning as designed. Evidence suggests your fellow Alpha Group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable. But there is a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Well, time to roll a new character, I guess. Such protestations are wasted energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Oh. Oh? Hi? Okay. Intrusion detected. Oh, thanks, Alpha. That was some marathon. Now, who was saying our feathered companion here was obsolete? He put his tools to work even as the rift began to collapse, shrank us down and turned us invisible. Also, it could bring you a little surprise. But he had to keep it quiet, or you'd realize we'd survived. He had to trust that we were still clinging on, even as he ran through that endless, freezing void. You wanted to test us, Omega. So let the experiment begin. Illogical. Alpha had no reason to take such action. How do you continue to defy my projections? Error. 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 Insufficient data. You know, you can shove that data. Adjusting experiment protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have my answers. Ugh. Blob. Fighting in this form should provide me with a new level of understanding. Insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. Show you how weaklings fight. Is conflict the only way? Yeah, that's all it's just following its programming, that's all. It just wants to fight. The famous gender fluid. That's a great line. Acknowledged. Do not practice restraint. The more I learn from you, the stronger I will become. The closer the distant stars will grow. Commencing final experiment. Testing will continue until I unlock the nature of your anomalous strength. Omega wants to go home. 4.0. That was cool. So that's the surprise they really spoiled in... Yeah, I'll show it after we're done here. But yeah, they really spoiled that. In post Heavenswood, you can get Omega minions based on that form. Midgard Sorma and his first brood, the first 8-player static. This form bears a certain resemblance to the box art from the limited edition of FF14 1.0. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that box art. Oh, hi, there you are. Alpha should be fine with a little rest. I'll make sure he stays safe on the edge of the platform. So no holding back, Mochan. Give Omega a beating it won't recover from. Queer? 4.0. Omega rallies from defeat and reconfigures its form in a drastic effort to comprehend the incomprehensible. What manner of transformation has the machine undergone? It seems that only complete destruction will free Omega and Heidelin from its relentless drive to evolve. Wow. Ooh, thank you, Panda. cool. I'll show that on stream. That's good art. Oop. That's good artwork. This game does the best of all FFs of translating Amano's art into in-game assets. Ah, that's cool. You have the box? Oh, nice. This music's good too. Alright, final one. Solar Rays at Tank Buster. Get out, does melee range, unmarked AoE. Get space behind you, there's a knockback. Okay. One player with purple mark, one with stack. On opposite sides of arena. Attack opposite color. Okay, this sounds interesting. The Omicron Omega gear sets are based on these outfits stylistically. Ah, cool. Alright. We all ready to go? Was there anyone else who wanted to jump in before I queue us up? I think we're done. Ready to check. Bum, bum. Alpha is a very good boy. He saved us. Make sure to check your debuffs, okay? Q. Oh. Hi. Give Alpha one last hug before we go in. Yeah, let's go. These fights have been so fun. Oh. You're very confused? Why is that? Love this boss theme too? Nice. Bum, bum, bum. Shiny. Oi. Food. Omega M. Okay. It's the male form. I am the Omega and the Alpha. I will mimic your weakness to comprehend your strength. Reconfiguring gender, assessing influence of physical structure on combat effectiveness. Now she's a lady. A lady form. Oh. Rip. Oh no, I can't res the... there we go. Woo! Woo! That was pretty cool. Generating additional weaponry. Minimal variation in combat effectiveness projected. Whoa. Feet sword things? Are we? Oh fuck. I'm pretty dead. I'm still alive. Excellent. Going back to mail. Limits of single combatant capability reached. Progress to party combat analysis. Diverting energy to party member generation. Testing efficacy of combat role allocation. Wah! Guard mode engaged. Assault mode engaged. Omega's joined a party with itself. Right, which I don't have a debuff yet. Okay. This is very cool. Omega is exploring the gender. Oh, okay. Extensive damage sustained. Engaging repair functions. Splat. Ah, frick. It's very easy to fall off. Okay, I attack the boy. Attack the dude. Whoa, that's shiny. That hurt. Oh, frick. Activating optical unit. No, not the eyeball. I don't want the eyeball. No eyeballs, please. Tremble before my Cosmo memory? That was really funny. Evaluating necessity of vocalization component. Tremble before my Cosmo memory. It was testing if shouting attack names gives them power. That's hilarious. That's a really good detail. Oh god. Eyeball laser. Ugh. Oh god. What is happening? Okay. Attack synergy. Okay. Oi. Oh no, I just put my thing down. Rude. Reproducing vocalization. Cosmo memory. That was awesome. Achievement unlocked. I am the Alpha. I am the Omega. Blob. Yeah. Complete. And OMG! Oh my god. The vocalization joke, yeah, that was hilarious. Breed. OMG, weird technological. Fascinating. Cool. Thanks all. That boss theme is a remix of the Maker's Ruin, which plays when you fight the Ultima weapon. Ah. The remix of the song the devs used to represent the Warrior of Light. Oh, that's cool. Where the light starts playing. Can't believe we've introduced gender to a completely perfect robot. Omega learned of anime. Yeah. Cosmo Memory is probably a reference to Red 12's limit break in FF7. Ah. That was cool. We got commendations. Yeah. Blob. Failure. Defeated. I wanted to understand you, to assimilate your strength. Oh, those are pretty eyes. Oh. Oh. Alpha, your gesture serves no logical purpose. You are as incomprehensible as these mortals, but you did not fight them. How have you become like them? Through love and peace. Omega, the anomaly you see in us, the answer you search for. It is our heart, our spirit, the intangible strength of one's soul. It is not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of an analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have learned more by standing with us, just as Alpha did. Heart. You speak of something more than what beats in your chest. The inconstant, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgard Sorma displayed it too, but such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. Projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return? No worries, counting. Thanks for coming along. Have a good dinner. Nay, Omega. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. 'Twas a long, lonely path you travelled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone, anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult, not less so. Hmm. I see. Why do I feel bad for Omega? I think I understand. Oh. The rift is destabilizing. Gods take me for a fool. I hadn't planned past defeating Omega. What? Hi? Okay. Chief, Vilchan, Alpha. Hold on, we're coming. Did you... Wedge? And Biggs is with him. On the back of a huge dragon. Yeah, it's Race Velga. Huh? Midgard Sorma sent us to rescue you. Explanations can wait. Hop on, quick. Omega wanted to go home. Yeah. Wow. It's gone. It was so pretty, though. Yeah, kind of an important part of the plan. Escaping. Herres Velga, wasn't it? Oh, thanks. You pulled us out of a tight spot indeed. Spare me thy pleasantries, mortal. I but lent my wings at the request of my sire. Ah, so Midgard Sorma has been watching over us. I would dare give thanks to him as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle, and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world. From all worlds. In all the long centuries of mine existence, this marketh the first occasion my father hath asked of me a boon. A gift of gratitude and, mayhap, of atonement for those who would face the deadly foe he left behind. Will he remain in slumber? 'Tis likely, little one, what is but a fleeting respite for my sire might last a lesser creature's lifetime. But let not thy heart be troubled. Even in dream, he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. He is possessed of remarkable... Devotion is mayhap the closest word in the tongue of men. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars, across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him, even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire in his mane. And when he at last arrived upon Heidelin, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with this land an irreplaceable bond. Enough. I have spoken overmuch, but I will praise your victory, as my father would surely wish to, were he here. Thanks, Race Velga. Aww. Race Velga is basically a grumpy old man who refuses to admit that he's fond of you. Natsuko Ishikawa, the writer for this storyline, named Omega as her favourite FF character. Oh, that's cool. Is this what makes you think that in as much as Omega has a gender, they identify more as female, because that's the form they complete? This storyline makes you feel really bad when you fight Omega in any FF game? Can't believe I felt bad for Omega in the end. Just wanted to go home. Oh, can I? Oh, okay, no. There's an invisible wall there. Queer. Ouch. That cut's opened up again. But I'm glad we reached you in time. Did you see the yawn? It's just a big hole again. Yeah, it's right there. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. It was fortunate Race Velga agreed to come for us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course, but I much prefer being alive to celebrate the deed. It's finally over. To queer under distant skies. Aww. Present. Biggs has a look of profound relief. Phew. I'm so glad we got you out of there. I don't know what we would have done if Race Velga hadn't come along. The situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to the yawn to see if we could lend you a hand. Kyrujan's orders be damned. That's when we saw the aether bubbling like hot water in a pot. Just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, that big surly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. Then he offered us a ride. And the rest you already know. Jesse will be relieved to hear that Omega is gone and you lot are safe. I say we head straight back to Rauga's Reach, and let everyone know the good news. Alpha is staring quietly into the now empty yawn. Where? Aww. Alpha. Yomi paging through conversations, looking through all the fan art you can finally link now I've properly seen 012. Nice. I love fan art. The thing you said was funny. After finishing the Omega questline, you can't re-enter the Dimensional Rift? Ah, okay. You couldn't photobomb whilst I was feeding Cleo? Ah. That's a shame. Where's Nero? Quick, where? They say it's just a myth, but surely you've earned one this time, Mel-chan. You know, a big fat company bonus. Just a myth, huh? Poor Jessie. Her nerves must be worn thin after all that. Go on, you should be the one to tell her. Welcome back, Mo-chan. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. If ever there's another Omega, I'd wager it'll skip the experiment and go straight to generating a simulacrum of you. Not that I'd want that to happen. And besides, I don't think anyone can truly mimic your unique strengths. You're our one-of-a-kind hero. So, does this mean we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore? Aye, all of its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we averted that particular catastrophe before it began. Mo-chan struck the killing blow, of course, but we never would have made it to that point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I am sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Aww. I'm glad Alpha hasn't vanished. Ahem. Not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Alliance leaders are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. When every head of state is clamouring for a report, we can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? All of it. When it comes to a threat of Omega's magnitude, we have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you'd want to muddy the waters to prevent knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands or something similar. Ha! I doubt anyone outside our particular circle would even believe the tale. Experiments taking place in a rift between dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from other worlds, and even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own. The technology required is as far beyond our reach as that terrible weapons home star, a distant dream. Right, you heard the Chief. We missed our chance on the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Round up everyone who's standing idle and get moving on those reports. And don't forget to contact our people still out in the field. Thank you, Jessie. I'll leave things in your capable... Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Mo-chan did all the fighting, and Alpha did all that running. But surely you have energy to spare. Who exactly did you expect to sign off on those official reports? And even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that's grown ass-high to an aurochs while you've been tending to this whole Omega business. Most importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? Aye, I should probably head over to the infirmary right away. Meanwhile, you should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's a way to properly reward you for all you've accomplished, but I'll see what we can do. I'm just glad to have everyone back in one piece. Take care of yourself, Mo-chan. What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're your own Chocobo now. You can do whatever you want. Anything at all. You want to go outside? Did you have some place in mind? Come on, Wedge. Get those Lalafell legs moving, or I'll leave without you. On my way. And also Nero was there. Nero was a crucial and useful contributor to the team. Yeah. He was possibly dying and he still helped us fight Kefka. I've got a lot of loose ends to tie up here, Mel-chan. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten your reward. The Chief and I have something in mind. Queer? Alpha seems eager to see what Rauga's Reach has to offer. Yeah, let's go for a walk. Queer? I think I know what reward they have in mind. Where'd you go? Over here. You forgot, there's stuff that relies on redacted to have context. Ah. So much content to do. Good. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Rauga's Reach with great interest. Where? Gonna go visit Nero. Don't think we can see him though, can we? Oh, hey, Alpha Noah and Alizé are still here. Waiting for me to continue the MSQ. Maybe I'll do that next, eh? So sad he doesn't have sassy dialogue out here. Yeah. Quick. Sid's, Nero's not here? What's Nero up to this time? No, Chief. He said he needed time away for recuperation, and then he left. Recuperation? His wounds must be troubling him more than he let on. He asked me to give you this. What's this? A receipt for payment? It covers the costs for the following items: additional machine parts and implements, supplemental reference publications, expenses incurred in upgrading Magitech armor and gunhammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence. Oh, and it also includes a large sum listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in your name, Master Garland. Find him! I want everyone searching for Nero right now! Everyone! Fucking Nero. Wow. Well. Where'd you go down? Yeah. Where? Alpha appears to sense the solemn purpose of this place. A gentle pet might rouse him from his sudden melancholy. Aw, give him a pet. Yeah, give you a pet. He's a good boy. Queer. Cryptid comes and goes like the wind. The most important objective, quest objective, Pet Alpha, yes. Very important. Oh, hello. What are you two up to? Taking in the sights, were you? And by the looks of things, you're eager to venture a little further afield. Well, if Melchan has no problem with it, then neither do I. Just don't go too far, alright? Just join me on every adventure from now on, please? Not good enough? I'm sorry, Alpha, but we're all a bit too busy to show you around the fringes right now. And I'm not too sure about sending you out there alone. Aww. When you think about it, this world is completely new to Alpha, and all he's done so far is travel back and forth between the Reach and the Yawn. I bet his head is filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk. He wants to go on an adventure. Alpha's not some helpless chick, Biggs. He's stronger than you or me, and I wish I was half as brave. He should be allowed to... Listen, I'm going to talk to the Chief about this. You're an employee, so there are certain rules we have to follow. I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. But as I said, we've all got important jobs to take care of, the Chief included. Can you wait a little longer? Melchan, would you mind keeping Alpha company until we get back? I promise we'll be quick. This Chocobo theme remix is really nice. Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I've managed to clear away the most pressing matters. Now then, Alpha. I hear your heart's set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure, but you aren't leaving because you think you tricked us into the rift, or because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? Aww. I would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world. I think the experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, its potential to learn was hobbled by hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to grow as he pleases. Very well, Alpha. As the Chief Engineer of Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Travel far and wide, and take in everything these lands have to offer. But do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. Alpha! I'll miss you so much! Oh my god, that's cute. You be careful out there. If anyone seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them, even if they offer you treats. And make sure you greet folks with a cheerful queer. They might not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean no harm. I'm sure you'll make new friends in no time. You just be yourself, you hear me? What in the hells? Nero? Oh, okay. We forgot to shut it down. This is a model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. Why were you making a model Omega? We built it while we were resting, thinking it might be useful for figuring out strategies or something. Not much use now, I suppose. Okay. I guess that makes sense. What? You want to keep it? It's just a toy that'll follow you around. If you're happy with that, then it's all yours. Aww. Aww. Fair journey to you, Alpha. Take care. We should give him like a little homing beacon so he can like call for help if he needs. Thank you, Melchan. I'm off to see the world. Aww. Aww. I can understand him. Aww. Something amiss? That's strange. The Echo never allowed you to understand him before. I've been wondering about that. This is just a theory, mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's voice in the first place, then it does not follow that the reason you hear it... Then does it not follow that the reason you hear it now is... He's got a soul. Aye, a little miracle. And it explains his sudden urge to travel. For a newborn soul, this world is brimming with unseen wonders. Aww. That's so cute. Oh my god. You can find them around in the world now. Aww. Oh, Nero. Leave them alone. Don't you dissect Alpha. And so, your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my old friend with next? Wow. Nero. Nero, no. Nero, yes. Oh. Aw. Aw. Jesus, this is so cute. How is the writing in this game so wholesome? Finn. Aww, that was so good. One of your most deeply kept pieces of FF14 fanon is that Omega still exists in OMG. You won't comment further for now. Okay. Interesting. Hi. How are you floating? Oh my god, do you have that levitating emote? Oh wow. Yeah, that's cool. Isn't that the one that you have to buy the really expensive statue for? I want that one. I want it. There's a bunch of different places you can just run into Alpha and Omega having adventures, and it's amazing. Oh, that's cute. Today I will cause Sid problems. Nero is maximum cause problems on purpose on the alignment grid. Oh, that is such a cool emote. Oh my god. That is so cool. Oh, I need to go hand it in. To Quare under distant skies. Thank you. I've got a bug flying in my face. What got me interested in finally checking this game out? A bunch of different things, really. I don't remember any one specific thing, but there were... Like, I've started seeing people streaming it and like doing some of the cool raids. And my friend Lauren got really into it after like she swapped from WoW to this and just kept telling me the cool things this game did so much better than WoW. Yeah, I forget what specifically caused me to make the decision to try this. Oh, so good though. No regrets. I hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. There's so much danger out there for one little Chocobo. No, I'm sure he'll be fine. And dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject, like your long-awaited bonus? We drained the coffers to fund your expedition, but why settle for coin when you can have the latest in automaton technology? That's right, we're gifting you a premium mammoth, the one-of-a-kind master model for merchandise copies, constructed with our patented Ironworks quality. I present to you, the Clockwork Alpha! Yo! Wind up Alpha. Quaking along under some distant sky. Some orchestrion rolls. Yay! Yay! Don't think I lasted 2 streams before I bought the complete edition. Yes! Whenever you bring it out on your travels, may it remind you of the real Alpha, quaying along under some distant sky. Just the thought of it brings a smile to my face. That and the free advertising. I've taken excerpts from the Chief's report on Omega and loaded them onto the terminal there. Feel free to take a look. I would have liked to add Nero's observations as well, but that man is nowhere to be found. Did you know he sold Rowena the pattern for a new uniform? Oh, and speaking of nowhere to be found, I wonder how far Alpha has gone. Not outside of Eorzea, surely. You haven't spotted our little chick on your travels, have you? Oh, I can't wait to spot Alpha running around, having adventures. I don't think I've got an achievement. Guess there wasn't one for finishing that. I got cool rewards though. Music. And now Blizzard's on fire. Yes. And everyone's swapping to FF14. Yep. Wind up Alpha. Ah! That's gonna go on the favourites. Wind up Alpha, crafted at the Garland Ironworks. This miniature reproduction of your faithful, if not somewhat deformed, companion was gifted to you by engineer Jesse J. upon your triumphant return from the Alphascape. Well, Alpha certainly seems keen. Sid. Favourites. Ah. Cute. So cute. Alpha is so cute. Yeah, so the Omega stuff I was mentioning was... Where are they? So there's 2 Omega minions that you can get. Yeah, so these are, like, after you finish 3.0, so back in Heavensward, this spoiler is on Chloe, the girl you turn in your wondrous tales to, and you get their silver rewards, I think. Yeah, and you can exchange. These are some of the minions you can exchange these for. So I have these minions already. Wind up Omega M. Summon your Wind Up Omega M minion to observe your irrational behaviour. This automaton is the work of a goldsmith who desired to explore new definitions of beauty. Upon delivering a batch to the House of Splendours, the man is said to have declared, "To understand the one must understand the other, for their beauty lies in the whole." Bleep, hello world. We've got our male Omega. And female Omega. To test the efficacy of combat role allocation. This automaton is the work of a goldsmith. Okay, are these the same? No, they're different. Who desired to explore new definitions of beauty, when an engineer of Garland Ironworks went to question the man about how he came upon his subject matter, he is said to have abruptly vanished, as if swallowed into the interdimensional rift. No, that's not sus at all. Initiating system shutdown. So there you go. The real achievement is the Wind Up Alpha. Yeah. Don't remember if it has an interaction with Omega MF minions. Ah, that would be cool. They weren't there when 3.0 originally came out. Yeah. Would it be nice if they were, like, not visible unless you finish the Omega questline? Or at least 4.0. Oh yeah, anyway. We've got an Alpha. Alpha, yeah. Yes, let's go read the final reports. Bum, bum, bum. and unlock the final Savage. Phase 3. Good morrow, valued employee. Thank you always for your tireless efforts. As part of the Savage Initiative, we bring you Phase 3 of our Mending Melody selection. Today's composition is a Greetings, Alpha Group. Do not be alarmed. This recording is being transmitted the instant prior to my irreversible dissolution of form. I will have already ceased to exist. Okay. My impending defeat has initiated pinpoint analysis of mortal customs, and numerous examples throughout history demand that the victor of a contest, such as we have fought, is due some manner of reward. Though my directives make no mention of remuneration, I have calculated that the risk of neglecting long-held protocol results in a non-zero probability of... At the time of this transmission, I lack the requisite temporal and etheric resources to produce a material prize. Instead, I will provide you with an alternative of inestimable value, your combat data. It is highly probable that you already possess a record of your battle performance. As such, I have enhanced your base encounters with supplemental data to provide a more stimulating experience. These enhanced encounters would be impossible in reality, but simulations can be sufficient to nurture your continued evolution. This will be my last and only message to you. Transmission ended. Okay. Unscheduled transmission. I have learned that your automatic memory processing and data simulation function is known as dreaming. While I was unable to assimilate your self-described strength of soul, extensive observation of mortal behavior has provided me with insight into suitable phrases for myriad situations. Thus, in anticipation of your forthcoming sleep cycle, I bid you good night and sweet dreams. Thanks. Oh, is that a little reference towards things like ACT? That's funny. I like that you take a threatening step forward towards the terminal, yeah. Don't know, but you wouldn't rule it out. That's funny. Chief Garland Report 1. I, Sid Garland, am making this report to record the latest, and most likely last, expedition into the Rift Dimension created by Omega. During our battle with this self-evolving entity, we learned certain facts concerning its nature and origin. Omega is a highly advanced weapon that was constructed on a faraway star, the name of which seems problematic to express in any language of Hydaelyn. For the sake of simplicity, I will refer to it as Omega's Homeworld. This homeworld was involved in a conflict with another planet, a place referred to as the Dragon Star. Omega had been deployed to the front lines of this war to engage Midgard-Sorma, but the worm fled into the emptiness beyond the skies. Omega gave chase, and the pursuit continued across unimaginable distances. Over the course of this journey, the machine sustained significant damage, which resulted in the loss of its homeworld's coordinates. Unperturbed, Omega continued its relentless hunt, only to sense the sudden disappearance of Midgard-Sorma's presence. It eventually arrived at the worm's last recorded position on the surface of a planet. Our planet. The current theory is that after Midgard-Sorma entered into his bargain with Hydaelyn, the transformation so altered his etheric signature that it confused Omega's senses. When the machine landed and conducted a scan, the worm no longer registered as a target, and so, deprived of its primary objective, Omega then entered a dormant state to facilitate its self-repair functions. History tells us that the weapon awoke several times over the intervening centuries, but not until now has it made such an extensive effort to acquire a new target. The revelations presented in this report are based upon Omega's own records, and we have little reason to doubt their veracity. Indeed, our interactions with Omega have enlightened us to the possible existence of civilizations beyond the stars. But that is a discussion for another time. This report is concerned only with our battles with Omega and the mystery of the weapon itself. Wow. Report 2. On account of our experiences in the Rift, an account of our experiences in the Rift would not be complete without mention of Alpha, an entity who fought as our ally, despite being one of Omega's constructs. This capability for generating artificial life forms was, originally, designed purely as a means by which Omega could upgrade its own functions and expand its arsenal. As such, the machine could not fully recreate a subject's inner self, only its physical components, and the generation of a truly powerful entity required a substantial commitment in time and energy. Thus did Omega bring forth its interdimensional rift, a custom-made reality where it could compare the battle proficiency of various prototypes and select promising candidates to develop into fully fledged test subjects. Alpha however, was an exception. The recreation of a weakling hero, he was Omega's first experiment, and the only construct to reach what might be considered a state of completion. We have no way of knowing who Alpha's template was. Omega chose its subjects from history, from works of fiction, even from otherworldly reflections of our reality. Alpha shares many features with a Chocobo, but he is more than a mere beast. Mayhap those wondrous tools he carries are a hint to his origin, but we may never uncover the truth. On a personal note, I would place less importance on where he's from, and more on where he intends to go. For better or worse, he belongs to our world now. As Alpha travels the land, the soul which has blossomed within him, the soul which his creator was unable to provide, will continue to unfurl, and the sum of his experiences will become the very answer that Omega created him to find. Aww. You're trying to find Alpha and Omega? Ah, cool. You always seem to run into them around one of the campfires in Outer, but there's a lot of spots they can show up. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll go check that campfire quickly. That'd be cute to see them. Your favourite is them helping in the kitchen in Mordona? Oh, that's cute! Aw. Team Ironworks knows about aliens now. Nero will do nothing good with this information. Yes. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to go read the Savage text. The switch taunts you. You cannot resist. A satisfying click, and your moment of weakness has activated a new phase of the Savage initiative. This time, however, something is different. The broadcast is interrupted by an unexpected transmission. A message from beyond oblivion. A familiar voice guides you in an unfamiliar tone, and arms you with knowledge of impossible simulations. Your evolution is at hand. And now, Omega wants to help us continue evolving. It's kind of cool. Ah, well. That's that done. The same thing can happen with Edda. Oh yeah, I've seen clips of how Edda appears in a couple spots. From Tamtara hard mode. Let's go check out Elenosia quickly, in case we get lucky. And then it's pretty late, so I probably don't want to start anything else, so I might just finish up. Or I guess I could go unlock Eureka, see what that's about, and then finish up. Yeah, I might unlock Eureka, get that done. I want Alpha and Omega. Oh, also, is Gabu around? Can you talk to Gabu? From the MSQ? Oh, I don't think he is. Sad. I thought I heard a Chocobo, but it's a Moogle. Fate joined. The one outside of town. This one. I'll keep checking on this later, if I can catch them. If I catch them, I'll probably do a quick recording, so I can show it next time I stream. That's really cute. Alright, yeah, Omega was really cool. I'm glad I did that. It's good to just tie up that loose end, and Alpha's such a good character. There was an album someone worked on, but you've long lost the link. Okay. You've lost the butt. Thanks, Buttspot. Yeah, thank you all for joining me for Omega. That was super cool. Even cooler having people along to join me for the adventure. That was super cool. Alright, let's go unlock Eureka, and then I'll finish up the stream. See what's up with this Eureka thing. Still your favourite of the side story quest lines? Yeah, I think it might be my favourite. Maybe. It was good. And we shall call it Eureka. Yeah, I think next stream we'll do some more MSQ, I think. We have still got quite a lot of side content we can do as well, though. We've got the 24-player raid series, and we've got Hildebrand, and some class quest lines. No. Yeah, I might do a little bit more MSQ, though. No. Galliena is reasonably sure you are the adventurer she is looking for. Melchan and Gora, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, if I'm not mistaken? Very good. I've a message for you from Aunt Rowena. Well, it's more of a request, I suppose, though I don't have any details of consequence. She'd like you to assist with the exploration of a recently discovered island. Surely you'd be interested in that sort of thing, being an adventurer? If you are, then you should head to Kugane and see Kotokaze, the proprietress of the Shiokaze Holstery. It's a long way to go, I know, but the island's out that way anyway, so... Sure. You forgot what you were going to do because you're thinking about Omega now. Pondering sad robots. I'd tell you all about Aunt Rowena's proposition if I could, but I honestly don't know anything else. You'll need to head to Kugane to learn more. Then we shall. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. I feel like being a dragoon. I'm a dragoon now. I see you decided to accept the invitation of the House of Splendors. Rowena will be pleased. Come, I will show you to your table. It bothers me how much influence Rowena has, apparently. Oh hey, Hancock. It's good to see a familiar face in these parts, particularly that of the woman who might well be my most valued customer. Cryo! The robot discovered gender. You might end up just redoing Eureka on old because you have many bad ideas. Oh. I gather you are not expecting Kral or myself to be attending this little tete-a-tete? How do you pronounce that? Tete-a-tete? Yeah. As you will see, however, this is a matter which concerns us all. It all began when a vessel of the East Aldenard Trading Company happened upon an island in the Glass Ocean, a deserted island, which was not recorded on our charts and, quite frankly, had no business being there. Suffice it to say, we were surprised. Pleasantly so, in fact. An unclaimed, undeveloped island in such a location would be a boon to our trading concerns in this corner of the world. Colonialism. Kagana is bleeding us both dry with its tariffs. Depending on the goods, we're paying more than 10 times what we'd owe in Limsa or Uldar, which is already too damn much, believe you me. Not that funny. What my dear Rowano is trying to say is that having an additional port of call in this region, one more amenable to free trade, would be in the best interests of a great many parties. Which is why, upon learning of this island, I immediately authorised an exploratory expedition. The team was large and well funded. I spared no expense. Alas, only a handful returned. The survivors reported irregularities with the island's ether, which we believe gave rise to a number of strange and monstrous beasts. Beasts which set upon them not long after they arrived. This regrettable turn of events forced us to re-evaluate our assessment of the island and put our plans on hold for a time. If development was to proceed, it would require a great deal more capital than originally anticipated. So he came to me and mine for a handout, and I obliged. But before you scoff, know that some of my regular customers were members of that failed expedition, and what they told me was enough to justify the expense. Tales of treasure, of untold wealth and riches, and gods know what else. Aye, we'll have to wade through all them beasties, but with great risk comes great reward, as they say. Spoken like a born entrepreneur. Words are hard. Eureka has like 3 different mechanics to make things tougher. A lot of grind and de-leveling. Your ambition and ruthlessness are admirable, my lady. I dare say I could stand to learn a thing or two from you. In any event, having formed our partnership, we wish to dispatch a second joint expeditionary force to the island. That said, if we were to send just anyone, their fate is like to be the same as that of the first. So this time, we've a mind to send a dab hand, a veteran of 1,000 battles, a tried and true killer. You see where I'm going with this? While I lack your aptitude for warcraft, I'll be joining the expedition as a researcher. The Scions have an interest in this island. How perceptive of you. You were right. This is not the sort of affair that would normally concern us. However, after speaking with the others, they have consented to my participation on account of my personal interest. You'll forgive me if I say no more at this time. If my suspicions prove true, then I will tell you everything. I promise. Okay. Not ominous at all. Right then, I believe that covers everything. The company ship that will deliver you to the island is waiting to receive you. You may proceed to the pier whenever you are ready to depart. Oh, and so you're not surprised, you'll have company. A craftsman whose help I reckon we ought to have. He should be at the pier already. Now, is it Gerald? Rowena and I still have a few things to discuss, so why don't you go on up ahead? I'll catch up to you later. Bum, bum. Pier 1. Boing. Bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da, bum. Yeah, it's frickin' Gerald. So this is a guy that, I don't think we've seen much of him on stream. He's involved in the relic quests. Heavily involved in both of them, actually, so far. Of course, he's here as well. He sucks. I don't like him at all. He's a jerk. He's a real jerk. Why do they keep making him making me hang out with him? No matter how many times you say it, I refuse to take no for an answer. I am getting on that ship, and that is the end of it. And no matter how many times you say it, you whiny little shite, I ain't about to let a bloody stranger waltz up and deign to tell me which way my bread is buttered. Now piss off! Does your Eorzean stubbornness know no end? I have urgent business on that island, and I demand you take me there at once. I could hear the shouting half a mile away. Gerald, what is all the fuss about? Oh, Miss Cryle. Sorry about that. It's this here bastard what's causing trouble. Ajika? What are you doing here? Ajika? New character. Ajika Sunjika. Did you really think I wouldn't find out about your letter? The nerve of you, trying to get a head start on your own. Well, sorry to spoil your plans. Don't be difficult. I had every intention of requesting your assistance if and when I confirmed my hypothesis was correct. Forgive me, you must be completely at a loss. This gentleman on the right is... Wait, you already know each other, do you not? Well, as you may have guessed, Gerald will be lending his considerable expertise to our expedition. And on the left, we have... Ajika Sunjika, of the students of Baldesian. And you must be the so-called warrior of light. Charmed, I'm sure. I'll thank you not to get underfoot. Gerald is always there to get way too drunk and make the best in slot weapons, yes. Manners, Ajika, if you intend to accompany us on this expedition... Of course I do. If you think I'm about to let a by-the-book traditionalist like you conduct an independent investigation, you've got another think coming? Another think? I should be glad to welcome the assistance of a preeminent scholar such as yourself. Now, if you'll be so kind as to stop badgering poor Gerald and board the ship, we can get underway. Ajika is one of the few surviving students of Baldesian. While his expertise in aetherology is impressive by any measure, alas, so is his ego. But enough about him. We have an island to explore. If you have no matters left to attend to, speak with Rodney. He will show you aboard. Hi. I guess you're Rodney. It occurs to me that no one bothered to tell you the name of the island we mean to explore. Am I correct? It's a bit grandiose and melodramatic, but we've tentatively named it for a place from Allegan legend. A forbidden land, where fearsome weapons were hidden away for safekeeping. We call it Eureka. Got a little bit ominous for a second there. Ain't that look the definition of I'm a smug snot? Yep. The original expression is you've got another think coming, not thing. Oh, okay, so that wasn't a typo. Huh. Think. Eureka Animos, now accessible. You have access to the Forbidden Land, Eureka Animos. Animos can be explored in parties of up to 8 players or solo. Speak with Rodney at Pier 1. All excursions into the Forbidden Land Eureka are item level synced. For Animos, gear exceeding an item level of 300 will be adjusted. While exploring Animos, you have the opportunity to create Eureka gear and weapons. If you wish to do so, it will be prudent to acquire level 70 antiquated items in advance. Should you wish to know more about... Yep. Antiquated items. Those are my class sets. Yeah. Okay. Based on Kryle's White Mage outfit in FF5. Ah! Kryle's a character from 5. That's cool. Where she can speak to animals, so it's probably meant as a riff on that. Ah, that's cool. Ah, alright. Let's get some info first. Oh, that's a lot of info. To be clear, it's not actually the Eureka of Allegan legend, the underground labyrinth in which someone saw fit to squirrel away weapons of unfathomable power. We just thought the name was fitting for this unexplored island. A mysterious and deadly island where the elemental forces are constantly in flux. Adventurers who choose to brave the wilds of Eureka will find their strength there is measured in their elemental level. Moreover, item level sync. A given region within Eureka may be occupied by up to 144 players, with whom you may choose to cooperate if you so desire. I'll read all this off stream so that it doesn't get boring. We'll journey to the Forbidden Land. Ooh. What's that? Duty commenced. Don't mind me. I'll only be recording your comings and goings for posterity. And for the benefit of our benefactors. Hey, douchebag. Not now, damn it, not now. I've been working day and night on this bloody contraption, and I'm this close to getting it right. So he's in 3 different spots for me now. He's back in North Shroud, because that's where you do the Relic Reborn quest. Yeah, this is a Relic Reborn one. He's also in Azizlar for the Anima quests for Heavenswood. And now he's here as well. Quantum Geralt. Lockpick? You're the dab hand they summoned, eh? Afraid I can't help you at present. Still getting my own things in order. I heard about you. You're that adventurer. The secret weapon everyone was going on about. Happy to have you on board. Fighting's not my forte, but I'll do my best to support you should you find yourself at a loss as to how to proceed. Magia Melder. I know what that means, definitely. support circuit. Gods, it's even worse than I imagined. What happened here? He's also in the Shadowbringer's relic line, so he's in 4 places at once. Wow. I knew it. I knew it. From the moment we arrived. Despite everything that has happened here, there can be no mistake. Oh, is this the island that the students of Baldesium are on? Aye, I hate to admit it, but you had the right of it. I said I would tell you everything if my suspicions proved true, and so I will. The reason I urged the Scions to approve my participation in this expedition is because this island is the Isle of Val. The selfsame island that once served as the headquarters and home of the students of Baldesium. An island that belongs on the other side of the world that was obliterated by a terrible magic. Damn. I was fortunate to have been elsewhere at the time, but I know you were not so lucky. I don't suppose you have any idea how it could have ended up here in the Glass Ocean? Alas, my memories of the incident are muddled. All I recall is a voice, that of the star, I suspect, faint and fleeting, but warm. And then I awoke on the shore of old Charlayan. I thought she was in a coma. How convenient for you, and utterly unhelpful for the rest of us. Would that more than Galuf's chosen heir could have received this blessing of light. And where are you off to now, Eureka? To find anyone else that might still be alive. I'll thank you not to follow. I work better alone. Alright, bye. Cutting us loose now that you've got what you wanted. It'd be better for everyone if we cooperated. Cooperate. We should work together. I suppose you are not without your uses, given your proven capacity for survival and violence. A proposal then. Should I learn anything of significance, I will return here and share it with the rest of you. Does that satisfy, Cryle? He's a handful, I know. You needn't worry about me. I am more than capable of defending myself. So, we have a mystery on our hands. Somehow the Isle of Val was transported from one corner of the world to this one. Eureka is right in that our first priority should be to confirm whether or not any of our comrades that were here are still alive. If someone is, then perhaps they'll be able to help us understand what happened. I appreciate your help more than you know. But before you can begin in earnest, it is important that you are properly prepared. The stories you heard about the creatures that roam these lands were not exaggerations, and I would not see you struck down due to carelessness. Gerald has been working on something that will be of use to you. Why don't you go and see if it is ready? I have various measurements to take in the meantime. Come and find me if you wish to speak later. Do I have to talk to Gerald? Could I just not? Can you change class while you're in here? You can, okay. Wondering, since it's considered a duty. Okay, so no gatherers and no crafters. Okay. Hey, Cryle. Go and speak with Gerald. I think you'll like what he has to offer. Alright. Oh, you. Got ourselves dragged into a fine mess, eh? Rowan is still wielding that tavern debt of mine like a chef's knife, taking up ponds of flesh here and there. Wait, don't tell me she got her hooks in you too. No, thankfully. Ah, well, it's no business of mine. We're here, and we may as well make the most of it. Much as you can make of being stuck on a godforsaken island, where the very elements are your enemy, and the only living creatures want nothing more than to make you dead. You've probably heard from the others about how the beasties here have been bathed in the twisted ether of this place, and are somehow stronger for it. Don't know about all that, but I do know that if you walked out the gates and let one take a swing at you, you'd feel it in more ways than one. Aye, not only can they rend flesh and break bones, but they can also disrupt your very ether. So if you're intending on going toe-to-toe with one, you'll need a way to improve your ability to endure said beastie's attacks. Rather, your ability to defend against attacks of a given elemental aspect. Goes without saying the same principle applies if you want to hit the beasties back harder, aye? Any road, to that end, Carl and I have been working on a solution. A magic contraption you can use to manipulate your elemental affinities and fight more effectively in Eureka. We call it a Magia board. Might take some getting used to, but I'm sure a clever lad like you will manage. But the board alone's not enough, I should say. You'll need these crystals. What were they called? Magicite, that's the one. Type of crystal found here in Eureka. Pure as driven snow, or so I'm told. Lucky for you, I've got one to spare. Brought back by a survivor of the first expedition. Go on and take it, along with the board. Reckoned you'll find more while you're out and about, so I designed it to take up to 5 in a given configuration. To affix or remove Magicite, you'll need to avail yourself of that there Magia Melder. Should be too hard, but if you've got questions, direct them to the expedition engineer over yonder. I'm level 1, I just noticed. In case you're curious, we took inspiration from something called an elemental converter, which I'm told was born from the mind of one Sid Garland. Man's got a knack for making the impossible possible, they say, crafting the kind of contraptions that only a genius, or a madman, would ever conceive. I'd wager he's a little of both, but what do I know besides how to swing a hammer? Sid is good, and if you talk bad about him, I will poke you with a lance. The Magia board, you can click it while idling as a UI fidget toy, and you do this constantly. Ah, that sounds fun. Nice. I see you have your Magia board. Good, very good. But you really ought to go and try configuring it with the Magia Melder first. I'll be here. I think I forgot to say earlier that I really love what they did with Sid's character in the Omega story. He's a really good character. Magia Aether restored. Affix Magicite to or remove it from your Magia board. When you're finished experimenting with it, speak with Kral. Magia board acquired. Ooh. Ooh. Each creature is expected to a certain element. You need to make judicious use of both the Magia board and Magicite to overcome your foes. Raise your affinity to certain elements by melding Magicite to your Magia board, or spinning the board to change its alignment. Spinning the board? How I spin board? I want to spin the board. Let's go fire. Fire's cool. I want to spin the board. Ooh. Aha! Spin! Spin! Ah, yes! That's cool. Interesting. Uncle Sid's the best? Yeah, he's great. Certain number of spins available, which refill over time. Ah, okay. I was wondering what that little yellow meter was. Oh, so this is about the relics in Stormblood. So should I be doing this as the class I want the relic for? It is kind of a lot. No worries. Thank you. I haven't decided which class I want the Eureka relic for. While taking preliminary readings, something unusual came to light. The headquarters of the students of Bardesium was situated in a tower, which appears to be encased in a magical barrier. Someone or something seems to have activated our defences. I can only hope this was the work of survivors. The very possibility is enough to make investigating the tower a priority. The question is, how are we to get there? Barriers notwithstanding, travelling on foot would place us at the mercy of the wilderness. It would be safer to make use of the island's Ethernet. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be in the best of shape at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why, but perhaps we can find a way to put it in good working order. Can do as anything? Okay, cool. Nice, thank you. So, I have 2 favours to ask of you. 1. Attune to every Ethernet shard you find. Any difficulties you experience may help me to get to the root of the problem, and if you can use them without issue, then all the better. 2. If you should come across a protean crystal, I want you to bring it to me. What's that? I make this request on behalf of our financiers, to be clear, which isn't to say that we shouldn't oblige them, we should. They have been quite generous with their support, after all. I'm sure you have heard this too many times before, but be careful. These creatures are unlike anything I have ever seen. Do not underestimate them. And remember to attune to every Ethernet shard you find. Starting with that one over there, if you haven't. Yep, I did. Purchase items only available for use in the Forbidden Land. Cool. Okay. Don't forget about that protean crystal. The last thing you want to be is in debt to Hancock and Rowena. Yeah. That's a scary thought. Ha. Special stock. What you got? Eureka potion. Antidote, eye drops. Eureka potion. We'll probably pick up some of those at some point. This island and its unique challenges. Oh, okay, this is the same text from earlier. Nice. Spinning the board. Just going to rest my voice at this point. This is all just how things work, like mechanics. Nice little diagram. Stronger affinity. Yep. Oh, yep, we've got a whole elemental... we've got elemental triangles. Fire is strong versus ice, ice versus wind, and wind versus fire. Lightning is strong versus... Wait, water's not good against fire? Oh boy, this is going to be hard to remember. Lightning is strong versus water, water versus earth, and earth versus lightning. Okay? Strengthen your affinity to wind. Defend against fire with fire. Interesting. Okay, it'll tell me when I target an enemy. Nice. I see. Yep, shows arrows. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Oh, hi. Hi. Well, I'll go mess around and then I'll probably end the stream. Birdwatcher. Doesn't trust Gil. Protein crystals. Alright. Sure, I know what these are. This birdwatcher who has killed the zone boss enough to sell the item you need for the relic weapons. Oh! Interesting. Water. Oh, let's go increased. Yeah. Increased damage. So I get to play some Dragoon. I love Dragoon. Dragoon is fun. Boom. Whoosh. Got elemental experience points. Ooh. Oh, I see. There's fates and stuff here. Oh, there's a Aethernet shard. Another shard. This is the whole thing. And I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the night here. Rip me. Boom. Woolly woodchuck. How much wood could a woolly woodchuck? I got a protein crystal. I'll go give that to Cryo and see what she says. Ugh. That thing was growing really big. It was scary. I can go angry mode in a second. Or 10 seconds. I live here now. Yep. Oh, a challenge log segment dedicated to Eureka. Ooh. 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 Oh my god. This will be fun. I think. Oh, I lose my thing. Oh, I didn't realise I lost my things if my thingy ran out. The thing? You know, the thing? Ah, well. I can mount up here. Excellent. Let's go see what Cryle says about this protein thingamabob. Protein crystal. Elemental energies of this unstable crystal are in a perpetual state of flux. Went beyond the worlds, did you? Did you find any protein crystals? Yes, this should suffice for our purposes. So tell me, have you gotten used to fighting the denizens of this island? If you ask me, it's needlessly complicated. More or less. Ha! I should have expected nothing less from the Warrior of Light. In trying to discern the reason for the Aethernet's failure, I discovered what can best be described as a disruption in the natural flow of the life stream in this region. I've yet to ascertain the cause of this disruption, but I believe you may be able to help me do so by conducting field investigations in areas which I have yet to determine. But as soon as I do, I will tell you. Okay. Right. Let me hand this crystal back to you. Change of plans. You're to give it over to Geralt. He needs it to do what he does best. Rude. Maybe enhanced by Geralt. Lockboxes. You may continue Eureka expedition upon reaching elemental level 3. Okay. Sorry, Mel-chan, but I'm still studying the Aethernet and attempting to determine the cause of our problems. Now, is this class... Okay, no, it's not class specific. Sweet. I can swap to whatever I want, whenever I want. Ah! This game's great. Ask about lockboxes. Open lockboxes. Okay, I just wanted to get rid of the blue plus. Alright, butthead. What you got? Settled in, are ya? Good for you. I'd like nothing more than to board the first boat back to Eorzea, but no use pining for liberation, what ain't about to come. This debt of mine will keep me shackled to this place for the foreseeable future, I reckon. Any road. You got that Protean crystal I've been waiting for? Good. Aye, this'll do. Though I'll need more than just the one. And I'll only be able to work with weapons or gear of the sort as made for practitioners of certain powerful arts. But I'll work like a dog if I have to, for your sake and mine. And then we can both bugger off this bloody rock and go somewhere every living thing ain't trying to kill us. That's fair. A new challenge awaits. You may now create and augment Eureka gear and arms. I do like this Dragoon set. I would like to be able to recolor it, so maybe I'll do Dragoon armor. Don't know about the weapons yet, though. Animos crystals, what's that? You know, he get +1. +2. This is going to be a whole thing. Yeah, I think I'll be spending a while here. The story seems really interesting, though. Finding out what happened to the island that the students of Baldesian were on. That's been like a leftover thread since the Realm Reborn patches. So yeah, I want to see what's going on with this. Alright, maybe I'll record some of the little story bits off stream, and if it's interesting enough, we can go through it on stream one day when I eventually get through all this content. There's so much to do. Swapping classes is free as long as you're in the town zone. Nice. All the Eureka weapons. Ooh, thank you. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Oh, how do I decide? Oh, the Dark Knight one's really nice. Put that on screen. Oh. So these are the final forms? You know, I do want a good astrologer thingy. Oh, the Dark Knight one's so pretty, look at that. Ooh. These are all nice. What was the white mage one? That one. Oh yeah, it starts off with the butterflies. Then it changes form. That's so cool. Alright, well, I have stuff that I would love to do. Lore, but it's grindy as all get out. Lore! Not joking about being willing to power me through this at some point. Oh, thank you for the offer, Gamidian. Nice. Yeah, I'll just enjoy it at my own pace for now, and once I get to the really nasty bits, I'll, yeah, I might take you up on that. Yeah. I'm at the early, easy stuff, though, so... Spin my little fidget toy. Nice. Okay, who is streaming that I can raid? Yes, I think next time, we'll go back to MSQ. We'll do 4.1. Yeah, that's what I'll play in for now. Back to MSQ. Who is streaming today? Let's see. Not many people. Where can I send yous? I'll send you to Dragon Feeny. She plays Mario Maker. It's a pretty fun stream. / raid the Dragon Feeny. EY. There we go. Cool. Thank you all very much for watching. And next time we'll do some MSQ. And yeah, thanks for joining me for Omega. That was so good. I loved Omega. Oh. This game's got so much fun content. Oh. Alright. See you later. See ya.